Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 4 Japanese destroyer Isokaze. It has 4 main guns, 6 torpedoes, 2 AA guns, a surface detection of 5.9 kilometers, top speed 34 knots, total hull 10,300. For my modules, reduce crit chance on torpedo tubes and propulsion. For my commander, situation awareness, lower cooldown on torpedoes, and superintendent. We are on the map Strait. And yes, this is a Tier 4, Notser. Why are you doing a Tier 4 game? Well, I just felt like it, okay? And this game was pretty amazing. I was looking to get some torpedo missions done. It was really late. It was far too late for me to be up. But I couldn't sleep, and I wanted to play. Top tier is a super long queue, or it's a terrible game where it's like 3v3. So at 4 in the morning, a low-tier game is the best way to get into a high population, and that's exactly what we did. Now, we went towards A. We are in the capture point, and we have popped our smoke to hide from the enemy. We're sending out our torpedoes. The Isokaze has 3 sets of 2 torpedoes, and I'm just trying to lead him. But first set doesn't get to him, but you could see the friendly lands a shot pretty close to the torpedo, so I was very close. Unfortunately, the second set is unsuccessful too. This Phoenix is crazy, and there's a torpedo that's headed straight for me, but thankfully the Phoenix absorbs the entire torpedo for me. And I'm like, I gotta get out of here. There's way too many torpedoes in the water. The threat is way too dire. Look at all the enemy ships. We have to reposition. We cannot allow them to engage us. There is a low Phoenix, and I'm considering firing, but we sustain a huge shot on propulsion. Remember, this is a low-tier captain. I don't have last stand. I don't have faster turret traverse. I don't have concealment. I don't have nothing, okay? So I have to deal with the weaknesses inherent in a low captain. And that audio is brand new for 0.542. It signifies that propulsion or steering were knocked out. And I'm fully aware, game, okay? I'm dead in the water. Thankfully, I'm far enough away that they can't see me passively. I would have to fire, which I'm not. I just want to see how successful my torpedoes are, which 2 of them kill the Kolberg. Yes. Kolberg is just a larger St. Louis. It's heavily armored for the time, and it's pretty sluggish. 22, 24 knots. Not a ship that could really maneuver, but we're going 5 knots. Okay, we can't really maneuver either when our engine's knocked out. And while my engine remains knocked out, I'm going to, of course, use damage control when it's available. Notser, okay. I was considering sending an attack on this Wyoming, but he appears to be adjusting his heading ever so slightly, so he's actually going to be protected from the island. Do a quick check. The friendly Soviet destroyer, which got into close range combat with the Clemson, lost that. So it's not looking too good, right? We still have not captured A, and I'm considering capturing it. That enemy battleship is in range to spot me, but I figure he's committed to hiding behind the island. He's going to engage the friendly battleships. But the torpedo indicator tells the tale, right? This guy actually is moving forward. We're going to try and deal damage to him, perhaps make him change his direction, but I know I'm not going to be able to capture this. I should bail out right now, and yep, we're in line of sight. Unfortunately, I don't have smoke. I don't have speed boost. I'm trying to get out of the area. Friendly battleships finish off a cruiser. So it looks like our torpedoes might actually be pretty successful. Not the back ones, they're already too far past, but these front ones are on a collision course with the Wyoming. You see the back ones just barely miss, but those 2 front ones are going to smack right into him. We get 1 of the 2 torpedoes to cause a flood, and he probably has damage control available, but it doesn't look like it. Friendly sets him on fire. That means my flood's still sticking, and he most likely will die to a combination of the friendlies firing on his position and the dot damage from the fire and the flood. So friendlies dominate the south. I believe all the enemy headed north to support. And one thing you notice about Strait in 0.5.2, you notice that the islands on the eastern side of B actually have a opening I think that's to give the eastern side a ability to enter B safer. That's the only change I notice on the map. It is a significant one. You can bail out a B quicker than you probably would. You can also go after aircraft carriers that might try and hide there, so it'll be interesting to see how the map changes in gameplay, but for now everyone's playing it exactly the same way. They don't even act like there's a gap there. And I think I got this, Wyoming. I only need 2 of them to smack, and 2 of them, actually 1 is enough to kill him. Wow. Alright. We're still not spotted, which is good. We would take fire from this enemy Phoenix, and anyone else in the area, we send out torpedoes because, you know, low tier, it's kind of cheap, the amount of torpedoes you can keep in the water. They have something like a 30-second reload, so it's always up, or very nearly, for the perfect torpedo attack. That's one of the reasons why the Isokaze is one of my, it's a guilty pleasure, I would say. It's fun because it's got basically the same range as the Minikaze. It's 1 tier lower though, so it has a faster reload, and generally players aren't as good as you're starting to see in 5, 6, and 7. We pop our smoke, and we're engaging the Phoenix. The Phoenix avoids all of our torpedoes, but magically they're all back up again. Dodge left, dodge right, dodge left. That's all you're going to end up doing down here. And then you get up to high tier, and you might see 1 torpedo every 2 minutes. That's just a difference in philosophies, low to high. It's no wonder that they died of torpedoes so often down here. Now, we sent out torpedoes with the expectation that he might turn, which he is. And are we going to get one of the back ones, maybe? One of the back ones, one of the front ones, and see ya, enemy Phoenix. Now, he might have dropped torpedoes. Remember, the Phoenix and the Omaha are the last U.S. cruisers with torpedoes. Yep, here they come. Okay. So we're moving already. An enemy Clemson is also in the area, and we fire with our guns. Japanese guns are pretty good. We knock out his engine, which he's going to have to use damage control, which he does, but we should be able to follow up. The only thing that's bad is the rate of fire. And we finish off the Clemson. He didn't have a chance to engage us. Most likely he also tried to drop torpedoes, and I have a friendly Wyoming I have to not run into. Another enemy Isokaze, my counterpart. He does not have the upgraded hull though, so we have an advantage in more ways than one. Obviously, we've played the game probably way more than this guy, and we're way better than anything he's probably familiar with, so we're going to take full advantage of it, right? No mercy. Send out torpedoes on the course that he's headed. We're also firing on him. I think he has 2 fires, which isn't a lot on a destroyer. It's probably like 200 points of damage, but you see, my torpedoes are showing up. They're going to hit him. We're going to get another torpedo kill, and Kraken Unleashed. That is the first Kraken Unleashed I've earned. And I didn't even set out to do that. All I set out to do is get probably like 3 or 4 torpedo strikes and just have a casual fun game. Now, there's only the enemy Myogi. And the Myogi is, well, he's full health. That's one good thing for him. He sees probably the friendly battleship that's very low. And I'm trying to head towards the enemy Myogi and maybe put myself in position to use my torpedoes. And someone's like, wish I were that good.
Well, one day, once you've truly mastered the art of the torpedo, then you will be good enough.
So, we are, of course, going to drop our torpedoes on this Myogi, who is conveniently sailing parallel to the border. So, we have smoke in the way, too. We can get extra close. And I get as close as I feel I can safely before he spots. We've already gotten 2 sets out. We're going to send a 3rd. And just put yourself in this guy's shoe. It's 1v7. There's pretty much no hope of survival. It's just, how am I going to die? Will I get the enemy battleship that's barely alive, a sliver of life, that friendly battleship over in the southwest side, or will I just die to one of these evil destroyers who have a combined 8 kills? And he knows his fate already. 2 torpedoes, make contact, we get Confederate, we get high caliber, and the next set is able to finish him off. So obviously I enjoyed this game. Yoda enjoyed it too. We got Confederate, Kraken Unleashed, and High Caliber, plus 3 devastating strikes, 6 kills. We completed the missions which I originally set out to do. 12 torpedo strikes, 11 floods. Only 1 torpedo didn't cause a flood, by the way. 1,837 base XP, just dwarfs the enemy team in base XP. 112,000 points of damage, just awesome, and a tier 4. The holidays are here, but don't worry, the videos will keep coming. I'm looking for a good Tashkent game. The only good one that I've gotten so far is 5v5, and I would like a larger game than that. So I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.